volume's turned all the way up. I am doing this because that motherfucker can't hold still for 2 seconds. Do this whole thing. And I believe WLX will probably delete it once they see my post about this stupid motherfucker. Excuse me, sorry. But there is no fucking volume. Why can't you hear it?
Special needs children. That's the kind of guy he was. It's a horrible, horrible event that he had to go through, but he went through it anyway. And they saved those children who undoubtedly would have perished.
This man cannot hold still. All the officers in the original video is still.
A fine and decent man.
This is our fucking mayor, Andrew piece of shit Gilich.
And he served the citizens of Biloxi well. Robert was planning on retiring at the end of the year. And he leaves behind a wife, a daughter, 2 stepsons, and a stepdaughter. He was a wonderful family man. That's where he spent all his time, was with his family. He was a very gentle man for a policeman. He was very gentle, likable. He treated people with respect and dignity. And we're going to miss him sorely. The animal that did this is
see his eyebrows?
Still on the run. And we're going to do everything within our power to bring him to justice for Robert and his family, and for the men and women of the Biloxi Police Department, and for the citizens of Biloxi. I'll take any questions if you have some.
Please watch the original video because he just can't stop moving. This is our piece of shit mayor.
About the investigation. The investigation has been turned over to the Gulfport Police Department. So any questions about the investigation, they'll try to answer for you. I just want to focus on Robert right now and his family. Crime Stoppers has informed me that they're offering a $5,000 reward. We appreciate that very much. Doug, we just don't know right now. We honestly just do not know.
I'll back up so you can see this motherfucker is just like fucking twitching all over the fucking place during a serious conversation about a police officer.
That's correct.
That was murdered.
The assailant did enter the police department at one point. I would ask that your prayers be with Robert and his family. You can imagine the dread that a lot of our officers are going through and how bad they feel. We know that the community is full support of us. We've received so many calls today, last night, so many people wanting to help in the community, and we appreciate that very, very much. I also wanted to take just a moment, and I had to make a list because there were so many agencies that actually came and helped us and are still helping us right now. Mississippi Highway Patrol, Gulfport Police Department, the Iberville Police Department, Pascagoula Police Department, Harrison County Sheriff's Department, U.S. Marshal Service, Customs and Border Patrol, DEA, ATF, our brothers at the Biloxi Fire Department, MBI, Harrison County Fire Department, and Gulfport Fire Department. And been an awful lot of help from our friends at the DA's office. So I just wanted to thank all those folks publicly for all that they did for us and will continue to do for us. Wow, there's so many. You know, Robert was always a very pleasant person. I don't remember him ever having a scowl on his face. He did his job well. He did it professionally. Very few complaints. If you're a policeman, you're going to get a few complaints. Very few complaints on Robert.
Someone needs to tell Andrew to get off the fucking drugs.
The way he did his job, and like I said, he was pleasant and decent to folks. Well, he had a style of his own. He just seemed to connect with people, and that's not always easy in our business. But he had a knack for connecting with folks and having them connect with him. This is very different for us. We've not had any shooting like this since I've been here, and I think probably we would have to go back to the 70s before we could have anything similar.
He is so full of shit.
Well, it is. I mean, I've known Robert. I myself have been here for almost 30 years. Robert's been here for almost 24, so we knew each other. We've worked together before. We handled calls together before. He's just a nice guy, and you hate to see these things happen. I hate it for his family. I wish I could change those things. Unfortunately, I can't. Well, we've met with several of the officers today. We've had a couple of different shift briefings. We've met with them. We gave them the facts of what we knew. We told them what to expect. We told them how we thought they would probably feel. We brought in support groups that met not only with our officers but with our dispatchers last night. We will continue that support to make sure that everybody is not only physically but mentally healthy. Certainly. Well, the obvious reason is of our people. So we would prefer that another agency from the outside handle this, and so that it doesn't appear that we've done anything wrong. And besides that, it's just not healthy for our officers, our investigators, to try to investigate something that they're so close to and a person that they're so close to. I do. I can't spell it right now. But.
Police officers have been like, what the fuck?
We will certainly look at that, but if you walk in the building now, you'll see safety precautions that are in place already. You know, the front desk clerks are behind cubicles, and then the staircase going up to criminal investigations is secured. Yeah, I don't know, all of Robert's training, I don't know that there was anything that Robert could have done here, or anything else that we could have done. Well, we don't know that, but we certainly believe he's still in the area, but we don't, there's no facts to that, but we believe that. Do you have any idea of his background? Did he live here on the coast? Did he transit? We do not. Well, the photos are out there. anybody that recognizes this guy, we want a call from you. We would appreciate that very much. And I think we'll get that. I think the public will help us with this.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm recording this before they remove it. Because this is our mayor. And if you go back and watch the actual video,
This
just
is
pay
Robert's car,
attention to him.
right out here.
He can't sit
That's where it
still.
took place, right there. Other officers were already responding here. There was a perimeter that was set up within just a few minutes. A pretty intense perimeter. So officers were already close when this took place. That I can't really.
The officers were already closed. It was a very quick perimeter, but they couldn't catch the person right away. These people are so full of shit.
I think that's fair, Doug, that he seemed a bit nonchalant, yes. All right, if there's no other questions, I'm gonna ask Leonard Papania to come forward if there's anything that he can answer for you as far as the investigation, or the sheriff, either one. I'm sure they'll be glad to do it. Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Leonard Papania. I'm Chief of Police in Gulfport. Spelling on the last is Papania. With me is Sheriff Troy Peterson of the Harrison County Sheriff's Office.
Let me step off for a second because
Our
I can't hold
departments
still.
are working jointly on this investigation. This is a very active investigation right now. We've been joined by our federal, state, and local counterparts. Most importantly, we need our community to help us on this one. We have disseminated some photos. Any information
He'll be back in a minute.
that
Hold
can
on.
be gotten from those, we certainly ask for that feedback. We're not going to be able to provide a lot of information, and I certainly understand y'all's presence here. And I know you're here on behalf of our community because everyone is concerned. Anytime you have this kind of deliberate and violent attack on a police officer, especially right in front of a police station, it should cause everybody great concern. We're going to be working on this around the clock. All these agencies have been working since this call went out last night a little after 10 p.m. As we get information and we can make it available, it's our intention to keep you all informed. And with that, Sheriff?
The only thing I'd like to say is that, as Leonard said, this is going to be an intense investigation. We're asking for the public support in this. Anything that we have the photos on Facebook, we've given the photos to the media. We're asking for an identification of this suspect immediately, as quick as they can. Like he said earlier, Crime Stoppers is given a $5,000 reward, and we thank Crime Stoppers for that. The law enforcement community here on the coast is strong, and it affects every one of us. It's affected me all night, and I feel strongly for the Biloxi Police Department and for the police family here, but this is something we have to solve immediately.
We're going to be able to answer those questions, just not right now. It's an emotional time for all of us, but this is when we need to do our job best, and our job is to gain evidence, to prosecute this individual, and to get him into custody. And I don't want to forfeit any of those opportunities by floating information too early. I just ask that our community work with us and trust in what we're trying to do here. And as we can, we will make information available. That's all we have right now. Thank you all very much for being here.
Good morning. I'm Lori Massey, with Program Coordinator with Mississippi Coast Crime Stoppers. Mississippi Coast Crime Stoppers would like to send our condolences to Robert's family, to the Biloxi Police Department, and to all law enforcement on the coast, because we are one big family. Crime Stoppers is offering a $5,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest of the person or persons responsible for the
That cop
officer's
don't look
murder.
very happy standing
And
next
we
to
would
that idiot.
like to ask the media to please put out the information on Crime Stoppers to the public. You know how to contact Crime Stoppers. If you have any questions, you all know how to get in touch with me. Of course, they will stay anonymous, and there is a cash reward. Thank you. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you all for coming.
Well, it's over.